Hey everyone, my name's Will. I'm going to be your first mate this midweek 39-hour trip. We're headed out in just a few minutes and headed out after Gag Grouper, mangrove snapper, and a variety of other snapper. A dozen or 15 different kinds of fish we're going to go out there to try to catch. And headed out for 39 hours. Today's Tuesday. We'll come back Thursday morning and we'll fish most of the day on Wednesday from about midnight till 8 p.m. tomorrow night and come back with a nice catch of fish by Thursday morning. Folks, we made it out here to our fishing grounds. It's right around midnight and we're fishing in the Florida middle grounds, about 120 feet of water, hoping for mangrove snappers tonight and some groupers, a few groupers at night as well, groupers at sunup, and go out and fish some deeper water during the day, probably up to 200 feet in the daytime, and hopefully it ends up being a nice catch by the end of it. Alright guys, sun's just coming up here. We're going to start our daytime fishing. We've moved out from 120 feet or so last night and out in deeper water now, around 200 feet. The fishing last night was okay, a little bit slow fishing last night, and got a couple nice groupers on this spot and hopefully make up for the last night with some decent fishing here today. We're getting to mid-afternoon fishing here and still out in some relatively deep water. We ended up getting into some rain and currents and wind and had to shallow up a little bit, but we've started catching some groupers now and good sized ones, so hopefully we'll keep this up into the night and have a good evening of fishing before we got to head back in. All right, so we're finishing up here for the day, and this is going to be our last spot. We ended up catching some nice groupers this afternoon, a bunch of vermilion snappers mixed in with those groupers, and all in all put a pretty good catch together. We had to work for the fish today. Some days you just catch a bunch of them, and today was a day where you had to be patient and catch a couple nice fish when they bit. So all in all, we put a nice catch together, decent amount of grouper and lots of vermilion snapper, and thanks for watching.
Hey guys, we just got back in from that 39-hour adventure. Captain Dave put us on the meat. Definitely had a great trip. Will and the guys stayed busy helping everybody land those nice Gag Grouper, the big African pompano. We got some really nice vermilions, mangroves, porgies. It was a little bit slower than we would have liked overall, but at the end of the trip had a nice bag of fish. This is one of those trips that kind of shows you the importance of planning your sleep and making sure that you're at the rail and maximizing your fishing time. Those who caught the most were the ones who had their bait wet the longest. That's the joke Cap Brian always tells, but it's important. You really got to be out here and you really got to grind and make sure that you're fishing and taking advantage of every spot, every minute of fishing time, making sure that you're prepared with the right tools for the job and making sure that you're at the rail and grinding it out. Because the bite was a little picky, but if you stayed after it, ended up putting together a really nice catch, a really nice pile, and those who really worked hard at it had a great catch of some really big notable fish. Got some good quality with those African pompano, those big cobia, those big gags. We saw some really nice scamp grouper, and then plenty of heads and tails to fill out the box, like those vermilions, porgies. We had a few strawberry grouper, razorfish, creole. We had those big mangrove snapper too. This trip was a little lighter on the yellowtails. We have been seeing a ton of yellowtails. This one was a little lighter on those, but we've been seeing quite a few yellowtails and a few muttons lately too. Since that Hurricane Ian came through, it really pushed a lot of those southerly snapper up north our way. So we've been taking advantage of that while we can. So great time to get out there on the water. Overall, stellar trip. These 39 hours are just so unique. Tons of fishing time, 2-day bag limit. You're 70 to 100 miles out. It's cheaper than 2 nights in a hotel, and our hotel will take you 100 miles from shore and give you a 2-day bag limit. So great opportunity to get out in the water. Don't forget, if you're too busy to go fishing, you're just too darn busy. We hope to see you soon out here at Hubbard's Marina.